Hi everyone, it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am part of a hop featuring the brand new release from Not Too Shabby Shop and scene building. I pulled out this circle stencil from a friend of mine, and then I have a cloud stencil there that I made with some dies a long time ago, and I just really like the shape and I thought I would use that as just a piece of vellum. So here I'm going to stamp down my little critters. Now I did only show you the one stamp set here in the beginning, and I will use a second stamp set from the release a little bit later on. But this one is called Critter Costume Party, and I used it recently in another video as well. Every time you see me put a new character on, I have masked the character below. So I masked the chicken. Now I'm going to put this bunny in this ghost costume. And then I'm going to mask him off, and I will put, oh, I forget. I think he's a sloth underneath. He's got like a cape. He's pretty fantastic, if I say so myself. These characters are super fun. I'm not a huge Halloween fan, but I keep reaching for this stamp set. It's so adorable. There's a little hedgehog down in the corner too, and a puppy that's hanging on a broom. And I did mask everybody off. So now I'm going to use that handmade stencil and some distress inks. And these are not traditional sky colors, but they are kind of traditional Halloween colors. Orange and purple to me is totally Halloween, and I just thought it would be super cool to try this technique out. I wanted to see if I could work or build off of the idea that I used in my previous card with this set and make the spooky cloudy sky, but add the moon after I added the clouds and see how that would work out. So that's what we're going to do. So I used the two different oranges and built the sky, the lighter first, and then I did fill in a little bit with the deeper. Now I'm going to use those stencils that my friend made me, and it's the mask and the circle stencil. So if you have a mask and a circle stencil, you can do this. And I just created a crescent moon, and this way I was able to position it where I wanted to, and really blend it really well. I did use the brush that I had used on the orange, so there's a little bit more deeper orange color in the corners. And now I'm going to blend purple in from the sides. I know, right? Scary, because orange and purple make mud or brown. But they don't. These distress inks surprised me, I guess, when I was doing this. I feel like the purple became much more, or the orange became much more vibrant when I put the purple over it. I don't know, you tell me, did I make a very huge mistake here or not? But everybody is still masked. All of my little characters are masked. The ones that you don't see in the orange and the blue, those are masks that I cut the last time I used the stamp set, the chicken and the dog. I just ran out of masking paper and I need to get some more. So I used Post-it. So once I brought in the purple, then I did bring in a deeper shade of blue here just to darken the edges. I wanted it to be kind of a spooky sky and wanted to make sure I was really giving that spooky feel off. And then for the ground here, I did blend on some of this deeper, darker browny green color. And I don't even have all the colors in front of me, or I would be able to tell you what colors those all are. But I'm a messy crafter and I don't know where my things went. So then I revealed all of my characters to make sure that everybody was masked well. Now in the coloring, the last time I made a card with this stamp set, I talked about how I could have used like really harsh lighting because of the moon, and I thought, well, let's try that. So I'm not going to show you all of the coloring, but I am going to show you coloring with each color combo to kind of help things out. But first I laid in all of the what I think would be the moon glow. And it's easier for me to do when everything is still white. I can kind of think and see what's the highest places, what is going to be receiving that shine from the moon. And this little puppy, he's not going to have much because he's floating up in the sky. I mean, he's not nearly as sky as sky. He's not nearly as high as the moon, but I feel like he's only going to have that like super bright lighted spot on his tail and his two legs because he's kind of in front of the moon and he's hanging. Anyway, So here's how this card happened to be. I was looking at the stamp sets for the Not Too Shabby release, and I was like, these little critters are so stinking cute. Can you imagine if they went trick or treating and they were all goofing around, and the little puppy came running up and he got a hold of the witch's broom, and all of a sudden he's like taking flight, and everybody stacks up really fast trying to get, the puppy back down. And I don't know, if I was a hedgehog, I probably wouldn't be invited to the critter pile because I'm probably prickly in some way, shape, or form. So he's probably not going to make the stack. So that's how I seen this. I thought that all these critters stacked up really fast and trying to get this puppy down. And every time I look at this card, I find it absolutely hilarious. So I hope that you do too, because it took a lot of effort for that sloth to get underneath that rabbit. I mean, they move kind of slow, and the puppy on the broom is probably going pretty fast. So for this sloth here, I'm just using some E70 markers. The puppy was in some cool grays, but I wanted to keep these kind of cool tones, and I am going to use the cool grays and the cool browns in order to color all my characters, because the colors in the background, the orange and the purple and the blue, they're very warm. For the bunny that's in the ghost costume here, I just added a little bit of shading. There's really hardly any coloring, so I did leave that out. For my sloth here, I'm just blending in my highlight. I wanted it to have kind of a harsh edge, but I didn't want it to be like a super straight line. I mean, in real life, when you have a harsh lighting, you do have a harsh line, but I don't know how often you see a chicken stand on a bunny, stand on a sloth, trying to get a dog down with, a hedgehog cheering everybody on. So I thought I could soften that up just a little bit and it would be forgivable. It'd be forgivable. I did decide to go with purple and orange as my accent colors through the whole thing, because I did use the purple and orange in the background. So the capes and the masks are all going to be purple, and then the little hedgehog's bucket and the chicken that's up top are going to be orange, or kind of yellowy orange. So here I'm kind of softening that edge. I just felt like it was needed to be softened. So I just colored the hedgehog with some streaking, and then for the pumpkin I did put in the highlight first, which is the sunlight or the moonlight. Then I added the lighter orange and then a deeper orange, just to make the pumpkin look round, and it's just the candy bucket, Added a little bit of pink to the little rabbit. Wanted to make sure that he had pinked out ears. And then I wanted to add a drop shadow, or kind of a drop shadow, to these characters. I wanted them to really stand out in front of the background. So I used my BBs, my BB04, 02, and 00, and I just went around everything and blended it all out. And once I got to the edge, I blended it out with the colorless blender just to make that a little bit softer. Added a little bit of black glaze pen to the eyes. Now, this is part of a hop where there are prizes, so make sure that you follow along. There will be a rafflecopter in the description box below, and the prize that I know of is a $25 gift certificate to Not Too Shabby, and that's open internationally, so that's pretty fantastic. And it looks like everybody will have 1 week, or the contest will be for 1 week, and then the winner will be announced. So, here I had to add like things to this. And there I brought out that second stamp set. That's the gnome stamp set by Not Too Shabby. And it is called Fall Gnomes. And it has this "I'm here for you." So here I'm like thinking the little dog is like, "Eek, I'm floating away." And the little hedgehog is standing on the ground like, hey, yeah, I'm here for you, even though I'm not stacked up on everybody trying to get you down. So the contest will be open for a week, and I hope you win. I mean, I really do. I guess like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along on the hop, do the rafflecopter thing. Stop at Jamie's shop. I'll have everything linked below. She has some amazing things, not just her stuff, but she has other things in her shop, but her stamp sets are super cute. And like I said, I don't even like Halloween, and I have pulled this stamp set out twice now. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you, and give cards generously. Bye.